And back here at the Shirk Center with the basketball to start this second quarter, the Leroy Panthers. That's Megan Ambrose with it. And the Blue Ridge fans starting to make some noise here. In the corner it goes to Coates. Her shot is up. It's good. A long two for Liz Coates. And that makes it 21-13. Blue Ridge on top. Here comes the Blue Ridge Knights with the basketball. Just about a steal. But Blue Ridge able to save it. And a foul called on the play on Leroy, as Haley Johnson had the basketball there, and she was fouled by the Leroy Panthers.
It was just a good hustle play there. Almost had a steal made Ambrose against Jessica Forrest, and she flipped it back overhead, and two girls from each squad went after it, and unfortunately for Abby Dean, that was her first foul.
Jody Raymer will inbound for the Blue Ridge Knights. She's guarded there by Coates. She gets it in this time to Rook, I should say. Get the pronunciation right. Rook holding on to it. Now she passes it off to Raymer. Raymer now out front. It goes to Jessica Forrest. And she's fouled there on the play by Megan Ambrose. I thought maybe Leroy might tighten it up just a little bit. Didn't have any fouls there in the first quarter.
Normally she got their last two in a hurry, though.
I don't think Leroy's a real deep team either.
Well, you never know.
That's something to watch.
Sometimes you get somebody off the bench in a game like this and they go crazy, make everything they throw up.
Jennifer Forrest back in for Blue Ridge. Underneath it goes to Zimmerman. Zimmerman now back out front to Johnson. Now around to Forrest at the top of the key. Jennifer Forrest back to Zimmerman. Zimmerman holding on to it. She'll dribble in a little bit. Now she passes it off, and it's tipped out of bounds. Well, it went through the hands of one of the Blue Ridge players.
I think Mr. Kemp's going to overrule the underneath official.
And right now the officials discussing. We'll see what happens.
Quick recap in the first half.
And now I do say Blue Ridge basketball.
So Kemp did the right thing. First quarter wrap-up scoring here. Laura Zimmerman led the way for Blue Ridge Knights with 12 points. Jessica Forrest 6. And Jody Raymer with 3. For the Leroy ladies, they were led in scoring by Abby Dean with 4. Liz Coates with 3. Larkin and Ambrose both with 2.
There's Forrest with the 3 attempt. It's no good. That is Jessica Forrest. And the rebound comes down to the Leroy Panthers. 21-13 the score. Blue Ridge on top. 6:53 to go here in the first half. Been an exciting week of basketball here on WGCY. And we've got another exciting game after this one. Boys Championship featuring Tri-Valley and Lexington. With the basketball, Megan Ambrose for Leroy. These two teams both Sangamon Valley Conference members. Ambrose holding on to it. Now she'll pass it off to Bossingham. Bossingham at the free throw line. Now she throws it over in the corner, and a travel called there on Liz Coates. Well, Leroy's got to attack the basket.
Yeah, they're awfully patient right now, being down 8 points. But this is an important stretch of the game for Leroy because Blue Ridge is playing very intelligently, and Leroy can't let it get out of control. And there's a turnover.
Yeah, steal here for Abby Dean. Dean's going to take it down the court, throws up the shot. It's good. Nice move by Abby Dean. And that makes it 21-15. Blue Ridge on top. There's a little pressure defense applied by Leroy. And now a timeout taken by Blue Ridge. This will be a 30-second timeout, so we'll be right back after this quick message.
Blue Ridge.
Just a 30 here. And back here at the Shirk Center, our special halftime guest, Pantagraph reporter Michael Rigsby. Michael, an alum of this tournament. He had a nice column in the Pantagraph on Sunday, and also he covered the girls tournament this week, so we'll get his comments on the girls tournament. With the basketball, the Blue Ridge Knights. That's Jennifer Forrest for Blue Ridge. She passes it off to Jessica Forrest. Jessica back to Jennifer it goes. Jennifer holding on to it. Now she feeds it to Rook. Now back to Jessica Forrest. And around into the other corner to Jennifer. Now they feed it inside to Zimmerman. Her shot is up. It's good. Boy, Zimmerman, how many is that for her now?
14 points in the first half. What a game.
She had 19 the last 2 games straight. 23-15 the score. Leroy underneath it goes, and a foul called on Blue Ridge. That's going to go on Haley Johnson, as the Blue Ridge player Liz Coates was attempting a shot there and fouled on the play. She'll be at the line shooting 2.
Well, Haley made sure she wasn't going to make the basket, that Coates wasn't going to score. She hacked her pretty good on that attempt.
4th team foul on Blue Ridge. There's 2 team fouls on the Leroy Panthers. Free throw is up, and it is good there for Coates. She'll get one more.
Well, Leroy's doing a good job coming back in this second quarter.
Coates getting set for the second. It is up and all net. Good free throw shooter. And that makes it 23-17. Here's Blue Ridge. Jennifer Forrest with the basketball as she brings it up the court. Hounded out there by Ambrose. Jennifer Forrest gets it down the court. In the corner it goes. Now back out front to Jennifer Forrest. Now to Jessica Forrest. Jessica, and it's tipped out of bounds there by Coates. Coates has had a little spark to this Leroy team.
Yes, she has. She's came in here and created things immediately.
Brenda Rook with the basketball, and it comes to Jennifer Forrest. Forrest, now she passes it off to Jessica Forrest, and they throw it underneath to Zimmerman. She has a little trouble. It's taken away by Megan Ambrose. Here goes Ambrose down the court, 2-on-2, puts up the shot, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds. And they say it went off of Leroy. I thought it might be went off of Blue Ridge.
I think it did too, but you know, we're only at the 10-second line. That was at the baseline.
With the basketball, Jennifer Forrest for Blue Ridge.
Keith, one of my observations on Blue Ridge here is they're content to pass it around the perimeter in this quarter, where in the first quarter they were penetrating and having the defense collapse, and somebody's lost a shoe, Keith.
Jessica Forrest with it. Yeah, it looks like Liz Coates has lost a shoe. And now underneath it goes to Zimmerman. Zimmerman puts up the shot. It is no good. And the rebound comes down to Abby Dean. I don't know when they stop play. I guess
I would think when Leroy crosses the timeline that they threw it off the floor.
Yeah, they threw it off the floor.
Officials can stop the game for this. The team doesn't have to call a timeout.
Now underneath it goes. Shot is up and no good there. And the rebound comes down to Blue Ridge with the basketball. Underneath it goes and a loose ball there. And finally, an official waves it dead, and a timeout taken. Timeout taken by Leroy, I believe. 30-second timeout, so we'll be right back.
That ball wasn't dead. So Blue Ridge has only scored 2 points here.
Back here at the Shirk Center, our score is 23-17. It was 21-11 after the first quarter. I'm Keith Winkler with Richard Hummel. They've got the shoe situation all fixed up here. And Leroy will have the basketball. Megan Ambrose with it after the timeout. I thought maybe the officials would whistle at them while they put the shoe on and not charge them at the timeout. But underneath it goes. Shot is up and it's good there for Nancy Markin. For Leroy, that makes it 23-19. Blue Ridge has to be careful here. Good defense there by Megan Ambrose as she tips it out of bounds.
Yes, Leroy's going to their full court pressure after they score, and I'm really surprised it's giving Blue Ridge as many problems as it is.
And it comes to the Blue Ridge Knights as Jennifer Forrest brings it up the court for Blue Ridge. Forrest dribbling with it. Now she passes it off to Raymer. Raymer, now in the corner it goes. Now up front from Zimmerman to Jessica Forrest. And now a long one put up by Zimmerman, no good, and the rebound comes down to Abby Dean for the Leroy Panthers. With it is Megan Ambrose.
Leroy can cut it to 2 or 1 here, Keith.
Ambrose passes it off to Dean. Dean at the free throw line, dribbles in a little bit. And she'll need some help there. Now she gets it back out front to Ambrose. Ambrose holding on to it, looking. And she dribbles with it. Now she passes it off, gives it to Abby Dean. Dean with the basketball for Leroy. Dean fires up the shot. It's no good. And the rebound on the floor, picking it up there is Jennifer Forrest for Blue Ridge. And here come the Knights quickly the other way. And underneath it goes to Zimmerman. Zimmerman has trouble there, and it's knocked out of bounds. They say it went off of Leroy from the Blue Ridge basketball.
Good defensive recovery by Leroy there for the breakaway layup and knocked it loose without the foul.
And inbounding it to Blue Ridge. As it goes into the corner, here's a long one. It's an air ball there by Jennifer Forrest. And here comes the Leroy Panthers with the basketball the other way. Underneath it goes to Coates. Coates puts up the shot, no good, and a rebound to Laura Zimmerman. Here come the Knights quickly. Jennifer Forrest with it. Forrest, and she passes it off. Shot up and good by Jody Raymer. Nice 1-2 punch there. And that makes it 25-19 Blue Ridge.
It was really nice. Forrest got under control and waited for Raymer to get open on that 2-on-1 break.
And now traveling called on Leroy. That was on Mallory Bossingham. And that will turn it back over to the Blue Ridge Knights. And the sub comes in, Heather Alexander in for Leroy. And Liz Coates takes a seat. Coates did a nice job in there, though, off the bench.
Yeah, Liz did an outstanding job. Even though she lost her shoe, I got the biggest kick out of her running down the floor, shoeless, laughing, didn't know what to do.
Jody Raymer with the basketball. Raymer, now she passes it off to Brenda Rook. Now to Jessica Forrest. Forrest drives in the paint, throws up a shot, no good. but she was fouled on the play there by Leroy. Looks like they got Abby Dean on the foul.
Yeah, that's Abby's second foul, so she needs to be careful here in the last 2 minutes and 3 seconds of this first half. And that's just the third Leroy foul of the half.
Big crowd on hand here tonight, especially on the Blue Ridge side. Leroy has a good contingent also. In the corner it goes, a long one up, and it's no good by Jody Raymer. And the rebound comes down to the Leroy Panthers. Here comes Leroy the other way. That's Bossingham with it. Bossingham dribbling with it. Now she travels and turns it over to the Blue Ridge Knights.
Bossingham should have got that ball over to Ambrose and let her run the offense for the Leroy Panthers.
Inbounding it, it goes to Forrest as she brings it up the court. That's Jessica Forrest. Jessica dribbling with it. She's hounded out there by Abby Dean. Passes it off to Brooke, and she'll drive in a little bit, puts up the shot, and an air ball.
Now it's blocked.
It was tipped off of Leroy, so it'll be Blue Ridge basketball under their own basket.
Now, Jessica Forrest is yet to score in this game, Keith. Isn't that shocking?
She'll open up yet here sometime tonight and score some. Underneath it goes to Zimmerman. Now back out front. A long one put up here by Raymer is no good, and the rebound comes down to Harvey. Harvey to Zimmerman. Zimmerman at the top of the key. Now she dribbles it back out. She calls out play number one. Now she drives in, spins.
Carried the ball. 5-second call.
Where'd they come from with that?
I don't know. She was attacking the basket. I'm really confused with that call.
I don't understand it either. As long as you're moving like that, you're all right.
I might have called her for carrying it, though, when she did her back pivot and changed directions.
With the basketball is Mallory Bossingham. She passes it off to Megan Ambrose. Ambrose underneath it goes to Dean. Dean at the free throw line. Her shot is up. It's no good. And the rebound is on the floor. And it goes out of bounds off of Blue Ridge. Boy, if you're at that free throw line, you got to make those shots.
Well, that's 2 plays in a row that Abby Deans came open to that free throw line, and she hesitated on her shot and broke her rhythm.
Out front it comes to Ambrose. Her shot is up. It's no good. And the rebound on the floor to Blue Ridge. Jody Raymer with the basketball. For the Blue Ridge Knights, just about stolen, and it is stolen now. Now a loose ball, and Leroy comes up with it. Now a foul called on Blue Ridge.
It's a pile up on the interstate, Keith.
And they got a foul called there on the Blue Ridge Knights. Nice defense though by Leroy to cause that initial turnover.
Right, they got Danielle Harvey, I'm sure, for her second foul. And that's the 5th on Blue Ridge. And slowly but surely, looks like Leroy's gaining confidence in this first half, Keith.
Pretty good ball game. Hope you're enjoying it here on WGCY tonight. Girls basketball, McLean County Tournament Championship. Going to the bench is Laura Zimmerman for Blue Ridge. And it comes Megan Ambrose, and she gets a nice hand from the crowd. Ambrose directing traffic out there. Now she passes it off. Gives it to Coates, who came back in. Now in the corner to Alexander. Alexander dribbles in a little bit. Now she passes it underneath. Now the ball's taken away there by Danielle Harvey. Harvey, yep, down the court quickly to and traveling here. And that will turn it back over to the Leroy Panthers.
Leroy needs to get better spacing in their offense. They have the girls are too close together making their passes. It makes it easier for the Knights to play defense against them.
With the basketball, Megan Ambrose. Ambrose now to Alexander. Alexander underneath it goes to Bossingham. She can't handle it. Goes out of bounds, and it'll be Blue Ridge basketball.
Keith, I must have cheered too hard in the Illinois game today when Bradford continued his streak of 3-pointers in the NCAA tournament. My voice is getting a little shaky.
Here's a long one put up at the buzzer. It's no good. And at halftime, our score is Blue Ridge 25 and the Leroy Panthers 19. Not a lot of scoring there in that second quarter for Blue Ridge. We'll be back with the halftime show right after these.